Hey Amazon Choppers, let's do a really quick review of this AOC 1440p 240Hz 0.3 millisecond response time monitor that I got recently on Amazon. Now I know I just disclosed a couple of the main features that have to do with this monitor, but I really want to go in depth of like why this monitor is absolutely amazing, why I bought it, and just go over some of the most prominent and main features of this monitor. Now, firstly, just looking at the monitor, this is just a little home screen. I think it looks absolutely amazing. I know it doesn't do it full justice on camera, but just look at the response time for me just playing around with the monitor. The response time gauges for this monitor are absolutely amazing. It is, of course, 1440p, 240 hertz, but it does have a 0.3 millisecond response time. But yeah, just looking at the overall monitor, I think it's very, very nice. And now just talking a little bit about the actual user interface right here. So the user interface is pretty simple. Of course, you have the little power button right there. You have this little button right here, which I will go over. This is the AOC display. This is kind of like the BIOS for the monitor. This is like a little bit of the back end of the actual monitor where you can kind of optimize your resolution, your refresh rate, and your millisecond response time. Yes, you can overclock this monitor to get even faster response times. And you can, of course, do like the brightness, color shadows, shadow control. I mean, you can add your own AOC scope right there. You can add certain crosshairs to the middle just through the monitor, which is really good for, any sort of competitive gaming. Now, with the back of the monitor, there's a nice amount of ports to work with. I believe there's 3 to 4 different ports in total. I could be wrong. I know it has a display port. It might have 2 HDMI ports. I know for certain it has one. And then, of course, it has a little power cord that plugs directly into a wall outlet with its own sort of power source. Now, very quickly, just looking at this screen again, I only showed you the game settings port. I didn't even show you like how the controls work. So first of all, you have this little button right here. It shows you at the bottom what every single one of these buttons do. Of course, these little arrows at the bottom are like up and down, so you can do whatever you want right here. And this right here is the little back button to get out of this. But just going over, let's actually get out of this and let's go to like more of like the picture. Of course, you have all these different, I mean, I believe there's like, I don't even know, like 15 to 20 options per like section. Like you got brightness, contrast, color space. I mean, look at all these different, you can mess with like the actual individual pixels of the color, like with the actual integrated RGB, you can like mess with that. I mean, there's different hues you can mess with for each individual pixel, which I think is just really, really fascinating. Of course, you have language settings, an off timer, DDSC/CI. You have a reset, a break reminder. Yeah, there's also a break reminder, so you can literally like set a clock on your monitor. I believe it will just shut off your monitor on its own, which is just an interesting little feature. Audio, you have a volume and mute button, OSD, you have the transparency, you have the position you can put your monitor, and then just some general information about the monitor. So yeah, in summary, this monitor is absolutely amazing. I showed a little footage of me playing some games with it just to give you kind of like what it looks like, because this is a gaming monitor, but this monitor can be used for editing. It can be used just for daily use, gaming, anything that you want to do, like graphic designing, even doing like render simulations and stuff like that. I mean, it's bang for your buck. This monitor really is a jack of all trades. I just absolutely just love this monitor. It does also come with a stand. I didn't show this. I have it on a monitor stand, but the monitor stand also looks amazing. It looks exactly like most of these sort of AOC sort of stands, but it does hold up the monitor very nicely, and it doesn't take up a whole bunch of space on your desk if you are worried about that. But yeah, I mean, that's really my full review of this AOC 1440p monitor that I got on Amazon. I mean, if you're in the market for a really good bang for your buck monitor, I mean, I couldn't really recommend any other monitor but this one. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day.